Okay, man, let's keep this thing rolling. On deck, we have Alex Bailey. Please give it up for Phil Castillo!
All right, let's give a round of applause that everyone's been up here. And I'm looking around tonight, and I feel like I can get a little personal with you guys, you know? So I'm allowing you into my little seductive lifestyle I live. You know, like they tell you, you never forget your first, you know, like your first girlfriend. The first time you drove a car, I'm never gonna forget the first time I realized I had a fetish. You know, so growing up, I had a pet iguana. And it lived in the only bathroom in my house. And there was 6 of us in this house. So when you went in, not only were you fighting for the shower, but you fought the iguana as well. And I remember just hating her so much because she was such a fucking rude bitch, you know? And I remember one day I come out of the bathroom after fighting with her and shit. And my dad's like, hey, I need you to feed her. I can't today. And I'm like, fuck, okay. So I go in and I start feeding her, and she whips me with her tail. And before I could get mad, my nipples were hard. You know, so I'm like, man, do I like being whipped? You know, like, is this some awkward self-awareness that I just realized? So I'm thinking about it all day, and I get up in the morning, and I tell my dad, you know what? I'm gonna feed her again today. I'm gonna be a good son. But in reality, I wanted to know, is this fetish real? So I go in, and her little hood rat ass is waiting to whip me. I can see it in her eyes, right? And she whips me even harder this time. And I moaned. And it followed by, again, please. And so then I knew, like, all right, I like being whipped, you know? Who cares if it's a lizard? But then it started to get awkward. Like, we started doing revengeful shit to each other. Like, I would come in playing the Jurassic Park soundtrack, and then just close the door right when she started feeling it. And then she would sit on her little rock while I brushed my teeth, and she would be mad dogging me. And she would be doing her little lizard licking thing, like, with attitude though, so she'd be like, you know, and I'd be like, I would just snap. I'd be like, look at here, bitch. You are my side lizard. Know your role. You whip me, that's it. I'm a boy, you're a girl lizard. It can never work out. You know, and I remember the day she died, my dad thought I was weird because I asked if I could keep her tail. You know, I mean, come on. Hashtag memories, people. You gotta, you know, fuck. You guys are insincere, man. Like, but anyways, I wasn't sad when she died because I knew she was up in heaven with like Hugh Hefner of Reptiles, that's Steve Irwin, you know? And I was like, shit, who else better to be there, you know? And, you know, speaking of heaven, I wake up every day and I think, God, that I was born a man. You know, because like the biggest reason why is, like probably you guys would think I'm gonna say, oh, he doesn't have a period, right? Which is a valid answer. I grew up with 4 sisters. I would hear the complaint all the time, so I knew that El Cucuchi was a real thing. You know, and for you non-Latinx people, that's the devil of vaginas. But that is a really good, you know, but no, that's not the reason. Mine is that men's ways of masturbating are very limited. You know, like women, they have power tools, vegetables, this fucking mic stand if they're an overachiever. Whereas men, we have like our hands, fruit, some toys. You know, and I remember hearing this story about a girl I grew up with, and you know, it was very sad because they had to rush her to the emergency room because she broke a hot dog off inside of herself while masturbating. And I remember thinking like, fuck, what if I grew up and someone, every time they saw me, they called me Oscar Mayer. Or they would duct tape a hot dog to her locker every day. And I remember she snapped and she fucking ripped the hot dog off her locker and threw it down the hallway. So I tell you people, do not end up defining throwing a hot dog down a hallway again, okay? You guys have a great night.
Keep it going, guys.